Well, here we are with the final episode. Dun dun dun. Well, at least for this series, anyways. And of course, it's good old shooting guards, my favorite class for one reason or another. You know, it's all about those 3 points. And well, I guess PGs may have them beat because that 3 point distance stuff. But regardless, SGs will always have a place in my heart. So let's get into it. And the first one up, well, I'm sure it's going to be pretty unanimous, good old Carol. And quite frankly, this was difficult to do, at least when we got down to the middle there anyways. But, the beginning and the end, it's all pretty easy to do. But yeah, Carol's ass, and I don't think P6 is going to save her. She's got some unique moves, the Euro step and stuff like that. She's not necessarily bad, but there's just so much better out there. And Noah, well, he just has a face that you want to punch, to be honest with you, and well, he just doesn't really have anything. I guess he's got shoot and touch and stuff for P6 now, but quite frankly, I'd still have to go with Fred being better than him. I get it that, Fred isn't even P6 yet, but once he is, well, he's going to move up quite a bit here. And well, next up to bat, of course, it's going to be another P6 because, well, Nadia's not really that good, to be honest with you. I mean, she's good at, dunks and stuff like that, but she's got no shoe and touch. Her P6 moves her ass, her passives, there's really no big deal. I love her voice, so her voice is great. Don't bother me. And just the way she sounds is pretty good, but, it's more to the game than a nice voice, right? And well, next up, well, where are we going here? It's like the wheel of misfortune. Oh, of course, it's unfortunately Fred. And I love Fred. He's got a lot going on. Like, he's totally like a jack in the box back in the day. His passes aren't really too bad either. I wonder what they'll give him for P6. Maybe he'll get side hop step. All of a sudden he's going to go through the roof if that's the case. And, of course, we got the good old MCC, and quite frankly, I don't really like him. The only move he really has is that move, for the 3-pointer there, and his rolls is not really that good. I think it's it's his P5 move that makes him good, but yeah, other than that, he's just kind of weird because the way he rolls for his crossover, it's really easy to get him to run into you, to be honest with you. And sure enough, he's usually flat on his ass. And manual dunk is cool in theory, but how many people even use manual dunk for him? You don't really see that too often. It's pretty rare because it's really easy to block. It's not like a little mini dunk or manual dunk, I should say. And of course, now we got good old Jason, and quite frankly, I'm not the biggest fan of Jason, but I could definitely see where, he got better with his P6 and P7, you name it, right? His dunks are good, probably better than Nadia's. We could do the double clutch, and if anything, I guess Nadia could do that too, but still, just his P6 moves are a lot better than Nadia's, so that's where I had to put him right in the middle here. And next up, well, we got good old good old Walker. The suspense is killing me, right? But his P5 move is ass. I don't know what they're thinking with all that, but I love his dash, and P6 moves, not too bad. If anything, it seems like everybody's going to shoot and touch at this point. It's pretty universal thing at this point. Passives, no big deal, but he's kind of like a better version of Fred in certain cases. It all depends how you look at it. Give him shoot and touch, and well, it's really hard to tell the difference between those two. And well, who's next up on the wheel of misfortune, right? Oh, we got my baby girl Kim, and unfortunately, well, I wish I could have put her higher, but her P6 move's not very good. This is definitely the best one back in the day, no question about it. But yeah, sure enough, well, there's just better characters at this point, and her range isn't too bad for her P5 and stuff, but I mean, geez, everyone's got range at this point, so there's really no way around this. And quick change is always nice. I always love quick change, but still. And now we got good old Red, the top 3, right? And if it wasn't for that side hop step or P6 move and that ultimate shot, I'd have to put her much lower. And sure, pull-up jumper is pretty good, if only Kim had that. But it's totally that ultimate shot. You throw in that frickin' her P6 move, that side hop step, and she could face shoot for days, bro. There's only so many other people that compete with her, and guess what? They got side hop step 2, and you know, for number 2, well, you know, I wish I could put her number 1, but unfortunately, there's somebody a little bit better than her at this point. You know, good old Ox Queen, the one with the original frickin', you know, you don't even need the 3-point P buff for the distance there. Pfft, she could shoot all day, everywhere. You know, she's great. There's no question about it. But, you know, there's somebody else where they got more moves than her, and, you know, it's just one of those things, 'cause this is what Joy City does. You know, you pull out new characters, well, of course, it's gotta be better than the last. And, well, that's gonna brings us to Yuna here. And sure enough, well, she's better. She's like a PG and SG, all wrapped up into one neat little package. You know, you got the intercept, you got the shadow steel, you got everything basically. You know, she doesn't necessarily have the range that Ox does, but with that freaking slot machine, all of a sudden she's got some pretty good range, and that fake shot, pretty good. P6, you know, side hop step, you know, it's one of those things. You can't really go wrong with Yuna. She's the best, you know, this particular point in time. And well, that brings us to the end of this episode. You know, like and subscribe for more content. And of course, you know, I'll be back with more things. There's plenty more things I can do. You know, there's always a lot to talk about. Just love the game, right? Take care.